Hello princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today I am very excited to present to you the newest Viseart Etendu palette, the Paris Love Letter. Comes in this lovely little bright orange package with little hanging hearts, and it is a love letter to Paris and gardens and all things coming up spring and beauty. We are going to look at these shades, we are going to do a demo, and most importantly for many of you, for your buying needs, we are going to do a lot of comparison swatches. As usual with my swatches, I do the most obvious and the ones that occur to me really off the top of my head, but if there is one I missed that you need for your shopping, you can go ahead and either leave me a note below or over on Instagram, and as long as I have it, and I usually do, I will get that up for you in a comparison swatch on Instagram. I use my Instagram for that a lot. Okay, but let's talk about this little guy who's newly released, the third in the Etendu series from Viseart. He is $48 and contains 12 shades in satin metallics, earthy mattes. This is the third. As I told you, we also have the Mink palette and the Violette palette were the first two, also 12 shades. These little shades, we're going to look at them in just a moment and look at swatches. They do pop out and are interchangeable with the Mink and the Violette palette. They are also interchangeable with the 4 Petit Fours palettes, which obviously just have 4, but those are removable as well, and these are the same size. So you can take and combine. It is made for working makeup artists, but also for you at home if you would like to combine some of your favorite shades and almost make your own palette. Okay, so let's take a look at these beautiful shades. As you see here, my little spoiler alert, I did break right into that green shade. So we're going to be playing with that in a minute. I think it's the star here. But let's look at these 12 palettes these 12 pans in the palette first. Listen to me, I'm getting all tongue-tied. I'm so excited. So that's just a little quick look at the 12 shades, and then let's go to a swatch on my arm of all 12 of the new Viseart Etendu Paris Love Letter shades, all 12 of them there on my arm. So you can take a look at how beautiful they are. In our second comparison, I saw already, I really don't look too much when I'm going to be reviewing, but I did see already that a lot of people said, oh, it looks kind of like the Mink set. I don't know, but I'm going to compare them for you. First of all, here is the Mink set, and here is our new Paris Love Letter side by side. I'm not seeing that they're that similar. I mean, unless you say browns make it that similar. Let's take a look at them right next to each other on my arm. I have put the Paris Love Letter, left that on the bottom, and put the Mink set over it on the top. And I will be turning my arm a little bit here and there so you can try to catch a glimpse of how that looks for your comparisons. And you can just kind of freeze frame that if you want to see. I mean, I don't think they're all that similar, especially because the Mink set doesn't have that kind of bright green and duochrome lilac, so I'm not really seeing it. How about the Paris Love Letter compared to 2 of the slightly new Petit Four palettes? I wanted to look at the chocolate and the praline because we're talking about these browns. So in the pan, here are the chocolate and the praline. Chocolate right here, praline right here. And let me open back up our Paris Love Letter. So we've got chocolate all the way on this end here, praline and Paris Love Letter. Some of the browns are slightly similar. What I have done on this arm swatch, as you notice, I put I left the Paris Love Letter on the bottom. On the top left, we have the chocolate, and on the top right, we have the praline, in case you wanted to compare those browns and beiges. And last but not least, because I had a feeling you guys might ask, a recent release from Viseart, and we really could be here all day if we just compared to Viseart palettes. They have such a broad depth of eye palettes that they've released. I mean, they're famous for it. But I thought you might want to look at the more recent Apricotine palette right here, because it has some of these kind of warm oranges and browns. So here is, of course, the Apricotine palette that is not interchangeable. The pans do not come out in this one. And our new Paris Love Letter palette side by side in the palettes. And then here on my arm, I left the Paris Love Letter on the bottom as usual and put the Apricotine at the top, just so you can kind of see. I know some of us are choosing to spend wisely this calendar year, and I did hope that that would maybe help you a little bit. But if there's a shade that I missed, please let me know and I'll make sure I get that in. Now I want to show you this eye look that I did today, and I would like to, don't worry, I don't make long eyeshadow palette demos. I am quick. If you are new to my channel, I am very quick. So I want you to take a look at what I have created here, and then we'll come back and talk about it. It is a very well performing, very beautiful palette. Stay right there. Okay, I'm excited to kind of get into this, and I know I want to use this green because it really is the standout shade in the palette. It kind of makes the palette. It's almost like the rest of the palette is in support of the green. Okay, so enough of me yapping on. Let's start with a very kind of bland. Now, if you're new to my channel, you might be amazed at how quickly I put on eye makeup. It's really funny, you guys, because I've always been like this. I just did a little dusting here with my fluffy Refer number 16. And now I'm going to go in with also fluffy 15, and I'm going to go into this color right here. See that one right there? Tap that off. What I was saying is I've always been this way. I'm putting this in the crease. It's also a matte color, so we're just kind of getting some matte colors down right now. I have always put my eye makeup really quickly, and it's so funny how you guys comment on it. I'm like, what? It's just what I do. And I didn't realize, I guess I just didn't think about the fact that it was a little bit kind of different. Okay, I'm going to go underneath with the same apricot kind of muted color. I shouldn't use the term apricot because we just compared it to the Apricotine palette, but I guess that's what was in my head. Okay, I'm going to take this shade, another matte. Sorry, I'm not trying to be boring here. We are going to get interesting, and just kind of put it over the lid and kind of not trying to cover up what we did. I'm just trying to create a little bit more definition. Okay, let's go in with this green, and I'm not sure if I should do this with my finger. Let's do it with the finger and then we'll see. It's not going to have fallout, but it is kind of a shimmer shade. I originally planned to just do this in the corner, but I'm so kind of excited about this green that I just want to do it here and then maybe build it in the corner. I don't know. Let's take the Refer number 2 and go back into the green and just kind of get it a little bit more in the corner, because originally that is what I had planned to do. But you know, I move so fast, I just throw caution to the wind. Okay. Coming underneath it a little bit. This is like an emerald, this is like a Wizard of Oz color. It's like a golden green. And I know that Wizard of Oz is ruby red. I know the ruby slippers and all that, but maybe Emerald City is what I'm thinking of. I don't know. It just feels kind of magical, kind of storybook. If you look right now, you'll see that this is green, but it's also gold. It's definitely a golden green color. And it almost looks like I applied 2 shades. It almost looks like I applied both a green and a gold. I would love to play with this purple too, but let's not push it. Let me take this right here and go into this shimmer shade right there and just kind of do a little bit in the corner, which kind of just highlights it a little bit. And it definitely needs a little bit of mascara. I would have loved to do the purple too, but I don't want to push it. I just wanted to do something in my own inimitable quickness. So I'll be right back with mascara soon. Okay, let me zoom you in on this beautiful eye look. I'm really loving it. It's just so beautiful, green and gold. And I know I really favored the green in this lovely Paris Love Letter palette, but I really think that's who the palette belongs to, and the others are supporting players, which sounds like I'm downing it, which sounds like I'm saying there's one interesting color. Not at all. To me, and Viseart is so good at it, these beautiful mattes that just build such depth and such interest, and then these standout shades, because remember, we didn't even go into this lovely kind of duochrome lilac color, these beautiful there's other metallics that are so lovely, and they do kind of support those two, that kind of lilac and that green color. But that's nice. It also means you could take it with you and do a very simple one and done matte look. There's all sorts you could do, but I was just so excited about getting into that green palette. Let me know what you think now that I've showed you all of the, now that I've shown you, I should say, all of the comparisons, and we did a quick little look. I'll also be playing with this more in other videos so we can look at the purple duochrome and all that good stuff, but I would really love to know what you guys think, and if you were thinking of purchasing this palette, do leave a comment below. Like this video with a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I hope you did. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel. I will see all of you in the next video. Bye-bye.